What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, and there is a new comp on the block. If you guys were a fan of the old Akali carry comp, you guys are gonna love this one. If you hated that comp, I'm sorry, but you're probably gonna be seeing this in a lot of your games. This is the new school Akali carry comp. This is a very nice board. Let me move your head, move your head if you want to, I guess. Where you play around Execution or Akali, 3 Execution or Akali, usually 3 Supreme Cell because it fits nicely on this board. You can cap around, obviously higher Execution or higher Supreme Cell. This comp was originally kind of brought to light by this this Reddit poster named Riri, who plays on the SEA server. And you can see if you click into this Lilchess profile, I mean, a few days ago, they were 530 LP. They were 930 LP. So that is a 400 LP gain in a very, very short amount of time, only basically 2 days. And you can see almost every single game, 15 out of 20 Akali, 16 out of 20 Sante. And they wrote up a nice guide for this comp talking about how, Akali kind of counters a lot of the current meta comps. She's really, really easy to stabilize on. If you guys remember old Akali, same thing, where if you hit Akali 1, you feel fantastic. But don't play, the old school Protector Akali. Play this, new school. Try to get to 4 Supreme Cell. Play this kind of stuff. The itemization is something also very interesting. A lot of people have been building this Nashers and Nashers QSS. Akali, with the new Nashers, can generate a ton of mana very quickly, and with double mana, with double Nashers, you can almost go back to that old school Akali, where she had the Gwinsu and the Shojin, and she was just boom, 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 cast, boom, 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 cast. You can do kind of a similar thing with new Nashers. I was looking at, let me see, the stats here actually really like Nashers Death Cap to just do a ton of damage. Even Nashers Archangels, even, this player says, Archangels was nerfed, but I mean, the stats actually really like it, and it should be a good item on Akali who wants to play for these really, really long fights. But you can see Nashers, Quicksilver up here a lot. Nashers Edge of Night even. So yeah, wanted to do a VOD review of this comp. We got a game here from Riri, who is sitting about 1000 LP. Also, sorry for a sec. I think I might be getting sick. I hope I'm not, but I think I might be getting sick. So hey, that means I'll work from home and in any case, yeah, this board has kind of exploded in popularity over the last few days. I do think it is a really, really nice kind of counter to these very front-to-back style comps that we've been seeing recently. If you play against a Jinx carry board and you just one-tap the Jinx or the Seraphine right at the start, that is really good. Play against the Yuumi board, one-tap the Yuumi at the start. I mean, I remember in the heyday of Akali being broken, playing into Akali boards with Yuumi and just being so frustrated. If this comp is the real deal, which I do think it is, then we might also, once again, go back into this world here where you have to worry about Akali positioning, which we'll talk about more when we get to Akali, but we can also talk about the anti-Akali positioning as well. Also, the client's going to be in Japanese, but I can talk through most of the power-ups at this point, I think. I wonder if this is a Scoreboard Scrapper comp. It sounds solid in Scoreboard Scrapper from me. We do have this, Quicksilver and half of Nashers, so I can really see why Riri was thinking about playing this comp. But yeah, I mean, we have a decent opener, so I almost don't want to take. I mean, would you ever? I don't mind a solo leveling GP here. Solo leveling GP slam QSS. That's what I would take here. I love solo leveling. Maybe a little bit too much, but also, you can randomly hit a Zac too and feel good about it as well. So yeah, solo leveling. Gonna field. Oh yeah, we have the Viego as well that we could play. So yeah, we're just gonna solo leveling Viego. Power up wise, we took, what was this? 15. This is 50% attack speed. This is the one that, or 50% Omni, and then you gain CC immunity, I think, which is kind of awkward because we have the QSS already, but whatever. Viego's a great solo leveling unit, so this is a good idea. And the extra Omni Vamp is going to be quite nice here, and so yeah, we'll kill a bunch of units. Yeah, I think Viego's a fantastic solo leveling target, so this makes sense. If we ever hit Atrox 2, I wonder, I mean, it's actually probably still Viego in that spot, but we'll see. We can note that we are holding on to this this Mecha opener. This is a comp that plays, as you guys saw on the board in the beginning, into Mech. And Lucian, one of the best early carries, because one, he can hold on to the AP items really, really nicely. So, Nasher, stuff like that does great onto him. And two, you want to play around Kennen because Kennen's going to be on your late game board. And obviously, Lucian plays nicely with Kennen. They're both sorcerers. So Lucian, definitely the early game that you're looking for. Obviously, Viego, not bad as an early game either. And he fits nicely onto this board as well. I'm kind of really surprised we sold that Nefiri. Seems like a mistake. And yeah, he will actually play around the Atrox here. Okay. What did we take power up wise? We take 5. This is like the healing one, something like this. Here, I'll translate these while we play out the next fight. But I'm trying to remember what 5% is. It's look, it's not as bad as somebody actually I feel like reached out to me and said they were working on like a real-time translator. Oh, this is Mecha Blade. Gain 5% attack speed equal to or gain attack speed equal to 5% of your max HP. Wow, Mecha Blade solo leveling Atrox sounds pretty good, though. We did run immediately into a Giga Rel with Gargoyle. Yeah, I mean, this guy with prize fighters can be pretty tough to beat. Upside is we still got to make 30 gold. We're feeling quite good here from an econ perspective, and would really like to pick up that bow for our first Nashers here. That's the only other thing that, is probably going to be a little bit difficult when you play this comp is making it to Nashers. It is, I would say, definitely looking at the stats is necessary to have Nashers when you're playing this unit. Like, that is what everybody who plays this board is playing, is the Nashers. And then really you can go +1. Obviously, if you can't get there, that's life. You can do an extra, Death Cap, Shojin. If you don't have QSS because you're building something else, then you can go QSS. I don't think Quinsu is that good. He's actually really considering summoning the Warmogs here, which would obviously make it harder for us to play the Akali board, but it is going to make it a lot easier for Aatrox to be a big boy and kill a bunch of units. So good slam here from Riri, not getting too, falling into the, oh, I gotta have exactly this item so I can play exactly this comp. Like, we're going to get so much more value out of solo leveling if we slam the Warmogs here. So good non-greedy based TFT. And I mean, obviously, the Warmogs with the Mecha Blade is fantastic here. So yeah, looking good. And the early Aatrox, I would say, doing a ton here. We fight level 4 board here, which is actually, it's nice for the people who this tilts, which I feel like every time I take solo leveling, I end up on odd XP because I kill an odd number of units, but he's going to end up killing an even number of units here, so we won't have odd XP, which is just, it feels good. That extra 1 XP always feels so bad to me. And I mean, look at the spot. This is why solo leveling feels so good. It's just, I mean, we're here. We're level 6 already. I mean, full gold here. We're gonna throw in a Kog'Maw onto our board here because why not? He'll give us some extra MR and armor shred in this spot here. Item wise, I mean, we do get Archangels and Nashers. Wow. So I would think it's just a Nashers Archangels, and those are going to be our Akali items, and you're just going to QSS Nashers Archangels and not get the double Nashers in. But I mean, you could still also get to it, and we're looking at Mr. Nashers here. Oh, he's gonna make Shojin. Actually, he probably was the Shojin here higher than the I mean, it is another mana gen item, which I guess like follows the same idea, right? Just if you have to replace Nashers with something, you can go for a mana gen item instead in Shojin. Okay, I could certainly see that. Honestly, I'm gonna pull up the Explorer while we look at the next bit. Is this, I mean, we can go back and look at the board. There are a few 1 costs on this board. I mean, really only 2. Yeah, you're playing a couple of 3 costs. So I guess it's not a comp where you really want to take little bodies here. Though our other options are not great. Wow. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would wonder, and he opened up Team Planner there, which I think just was the exact board here. But yeah, it's actually really rough. What do you take? You just take little buddies and live with it. Are there other extra units that you could play that are lower cost here? I mean, eventually, people talk about like playing Kaisa down the line to get Force Supreme Cell eventually. So I guess once you get like really high level, you could potentially play for that. So I guess that's something. Okay. But yeah, I actually wanted to look at Nashers, Quicksilver, what the best last item is. I mean, I know the stats are like another Nashers here, but Shojin, Red Buff, Archangels. The stats like Archangels a little bit better than Shojin as a third item. But obviously, it's a sample of 186 games on Shojin and 585 games on Archangels. So, not the greatest thing, not the greatest sample in the world, I'll say. The other thing is, we built these AP items, but you can very easily duo carry Rise in this comp. It's very often what you end up duo carrying. He's looking. Wait, go back to this board real quick. What are we? We're doing? We're playing Lucian on this board instead of, because normally you're playing Jarvan, Aatrox, Senna, and he's thinking of playing Jarvan, Aatrox, Lucian, dropping Senna just for a little buddies value. It seems kind of sus to me, just because that execution I think is very relevant, especially when you are playing around Nashers. That's one of the things where the more crit you have, the closer you get to 100 crit, the more reliably you are proccing Nashers, which is really, really nice. If you get to double Nashers plus Quicksilver and 3 Executioner is actually, I think it's a 95% crit, unless the numbers are wrong on the website. On Tactics.tools. I think that's 95% because I think Nashers, and Quicksilver, those are all 20% crit, and then 3 Executioner is 35%. Also, we are hitting on the units, which, hey, good for you guys. You get to see the comp in all of its glory, so that's good. I mean, the second that we find this Akali, boom, items off this Aatrox. Remember, this is what the person who wrote up the guide was talking about, is how consistent of a carry at 1-star is. All right, we can also now talk about power-ups here. I think this is Crimson Veil. Oh, actually, do we have 2? Because the 2 power-ups that everyone talks about are Dark Amulet and Crimson Veil. Dark Amulet being, you get cast off, you get more AP, you play for this kind of infinite. It kind of replaces. No, this is actually this is the 50% Omnivamp and immune to CC one. Yeah. So I do think it'll be Crimson Veil here for sure. But you can definitely try out other options. Yeah, the 2 that I've seen people talk about are Dark Amulet and Crimson Veil. I did actually, I kind of created this new tool that helps me go through a lot of VODs really, really quickly, and just see kind of like endgame power-ups and boards that people are on. And I ran that tool for Akali, and I only went through about like 20 VODs or something like that just before this video to look at something really quick, just to see kind of like what power-ups people were playing. I saw a lot more Crimson Veil than I did Dark Amulet. I saw success with both, though. There are people who won games with Dark Amulet, so I don't think it's necessarily one or the other, but I did see mostly Crimson Veil, which is interesting. Akali is a unit where, I mean, if you are doing this setup here with, just no healing on a build, which is very frequently what you're doing, I do think the extra healing from Crimson Veil could be really big. Obviously, you're not going to have a ton of Omnivamp on this unit if you're not taking something like Crimson Veil, and you're not going to build an Omnivamp item. It's just, I think it's just too costly to build something like Hodge in terms of what you lose out on Akali. The upside is she's flying around the board so frequently that maybe you could get away with, not going for Omnivamp, but yeah. All right, we're gonna roll down here. Let's see what we can hit here. We're hitting a lot of good stuff. There's a Lee Sin as well here. Fine. Ooh, I mean, Darius too is kind of whatever here. And yeah, it looks like he isn't gonna end up playing the Lucian here. We're gonna move items over here. So this is basically the board from Raptor Screenshot, except we were playing the Kaisa over the K'Sante on this board, which I think most people like to play K'Sante usually, but we'll see where we end up. Also, I think he powered up Rise like way a long time ago while I was yapping when he got second power up here, and I was silly and didn't take note of it. So what power up do we actually go on to Rise here? I was way in the middle of a yap session. 3. I mean, I'm just gonna translate these honestly. Let's go for it. And he takes middle here. Okay, let me look at this real quick because I do actually. The other thing that I will note power-ups wise that I thought was very interesting this comp, I saw a lot of people actually going for tank power-up in this comp. A lot of people with like a K'Sante power-up. There is even all-out K'Sante that you can play for as well. So that's like something to keep in mind. A lot of different variations, but I saw like 1 or 2 games all-out K'Sante. Okay, it's the one that you shoot people at the lowest target in range. I had to use my worst translator because my other one broke. All right, Portable Forge is an interesting one. Actually, let's go back over to the stats checker because yeah, the Biss is Dawncore. If you get Dawncore, this was broken on Akali before, it's broken on Akali now. You really, really, really would like Dawncore if you could get there. The problem is I don't think there's another Ornn item that's that great on her. Maybe, yeah, Manamazane sounds like the other one that would be really, really nice. So it's kind of weird to build a bunch of mana gen from your items and then take Manamazane. So it doesn't sound amazing to me. This isn't an amazing Bronze for Life comp. Tesla Coil, I mean, is never bad, and you're gonna play for like an Akali that's gonna kind of live forever and get. Oh, that's Bronze for Life, right? Oh, look at this. He's gonna play this into more of a Bronze for Life board. I mean, I will say you can fit a lot of traits onto this board. Just means we're gonna have to start cutting out of certain stuff. So yeah, he's gonna fit the Lucian in. Wow, immediately that actually dropped us down to 2 Executioner, which is got us another trait in, and it gives you Sork. So that's already 6 traits. I mean, he could. It's not actually that crazy to just to play this board and get 6 traits for Bronze for Life. You know, look to push levels down the line. You still get 4 Supreme Cell in. I mean, this honestly doesn't look half bad here. Interesting. I mean, this is cool. Yeah, I like it a lot here. It's just gonna mean it's gonna be harder to play some of our other. You know, like we really like. Yeah, he's looking at what Duelist, Juggernaut, Protector. I mean, the Cassante seems like an early, easy, you know, next in on this board, get Protector, and then, I don't know, throw a Kale in on level 10 for Duelist plus Wraith. We did it, guys. All right, Akali doing good work. I mean, this is actually a really strong board, so I wouldn't expect that we would win this fight. I mean, wow, it's looking kind of, wait. What? I mean, this guy's level 6, right? But they have Ziggs 3 already. They literally have Ziggs 3 Mountain. They have 4 Crew 3-star and a Janna and Jeweled Lotus, and we actually just cleared them, man. I mean, it was very close. But this Akali, I mean, oh, for anyone who was annoyed by Akali, Akali is back, baby. I mean, this unit, honestly, like, probably shouldn't exist in the game because of how obnoxious she is to play against. Like, the player who lost to that is fuming right now. But I mean, it's fun. It's fun when you're playing her. We got this Chain Vest sitting on Akali. I'm not really sure why exactly this Chain Vest is sitting back here on Akali. I guess he's going to pop it off of her, but I don't know why it got there in the first place. But all right, we are going to pick up another chain. We do kind of really need to roll here. Really need Akali too at this point in the game. We're getting kind of close here. Ooh, wait, this is kind of a cool swap. So going to swap out Darius and Kaisa here. We're going to get in Protector and Wraith and Heavyweight, right? So wow, 3, 6, 7 traits in. Wait, is that 8, 9? Because we have Mentor in as well. Yeah, 8, 9 traits in. Wow. I mean, this is actually this is the board. This is the Bronze for Life board. I remember somebody showed this off. I forget who. And I played it like once or twice, but then a lot of people were kind of like, you know, Bronze for Life got nerfed, but now it's been rebuffed this patch. So wow, beautiful board. Really cool combination of the Bronze for Life board. So we're not going to play the standard Akali board this game, but it shows the power of Bronze for Life. So really, really nice setup here. Actually, this is very cool. And then we can push level and add. I don't know, is he looking at Juggernaut Lee Sin? I mean, that would be another trade-in, which would be pretty cool. So I could certainly see it here. But yeah, this is the exact board that people play with Bronze for Life. Usually people would cut Lucian for Karma, but we're actually playing Lucian on this board because he is a good little buddy on this board. And, you know, what's Karma really going to do here? We just need more little buddy value for the Rise plus the Akali on this board. So it makes a lot of sense. It looks very good. It's a cool game. Oh, and Cassante 2 is huge here. We can move, these items over immediately. And the spot is looking fantastic here. We already have the Lee Sin to level 4 for Juggernaut, which I imagine is what we're going to play. Oh, we also have this Spat still, which is kind of funny that it's just sitting here. I mean, you could just hunt for you could try to go for Supreme Cell. What else is there that would be really, really good on this board? I imagine you would just build Supreme Cell and then just go for Supreme Cell and level up. There's no Supreme Cell Juggernaut, sadly, that you could play. But I mean, I wouldn't even mind just dropping, play 4 Supreme Cell, drop 1 Bronze for Life trait to get in a really good trait, and then you can like Supreme Cell Rise or something like that. I don't know. You can go stuff like Strategist, I guess. Not Wraith. You could make a Juggernaut. You could reforge in a pan, and you'd have to find a cloak, which we don't have. So yeah, probably not that. But he is going to make Protector's Vow. Bramble Vest as well. Looks like he is just going to make Gunblade and go for Supreme Cell, right? Why is he... I mean, I guess he's just holding on to it now because he would rather not lose Bronze for Life value on his entire board than get 3 Supreme Cell onto Akali plus wherever he throws it on. It's kind of crazy to me, but yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised because like Akali is your main carry, and what's the Supreme Cell jump exactly? We're jumping from 8% or 12%. We're getting an extra 18% onto Akali. So yeah, I think you must do this. This makes a lot of sense. I'm a bit surprised actually he didn't opt to just throw the spat onto Rise. I mean, it's not great now. It's actually quite bad now. It's much worse than a normal item. It's gonna be okay later. Later it's gonna end up representing 28%. I mean, even 28% damage up is probably not worth an item slot onto Rise. So actually, this is a very good call. Just leave it onto the Lucian. And hey, maybe we will just sit on I would think the level up would be Kaisa, and then just play for 4 Supreme Cell, and you get another little buddy on the board. But it could be the Juggernaut Lee Sin. We'll see where we end up. All right, trying to position. Oh, and we should now talk about Akali positioning. So Akali is this, you know, I feel like it was first really prominent when it was on a Z unit. What was it? What was that? No, not Divina Core. Something Core. Laser Core Z? Was that the unit, I think? Or was it like a cyber something Z to hacker Z? Okay, there've been too many Zs in TFT now that I think about it. Okay, Loki, you take Duelist Bat here in the level for Kaisa, but probably not. You probably just take a real item here. Yeah, I mean, get some MR shred onto your board sounds a lot better than that. Okay, yeah, we are just Duelist Lee Sin, or Juggernaut Lee Sin, I mean. And play this. Looks good. And yeah, we're gonna move Supreme Cell up there because, you know, he's not holding any items. Okay, looks good. But it is this. You want her, if you want her to dash to corner, you actually need her here. You need her third from either side to dash to corner here because it's the furthest unit within 4 hexes. So here she's actually in either dash here or dash back to front line. And the only thing is, you know, this Akali unit, you do really want her jumping on corner on first cast because of the way that she works. When she casts on a unit, she marks them, and then every subsequent cast, subsequent for those who want to say it maybe the correct way, you hit the units that you've marked again. So really getting that first mark onto your target, hitting that corner, is really important. I'm actually shocked. I don't know why Riri is going for this total middle positioning, because it means she just gets stuck. Yeah, I mean, this just looks like a mistake out of him. The upside is she ended up on Ziggs eventually, but I'm not really sure why he's not putting her third from left or third from right here. Yeah, it feels like maybe he's just not that familiar with the comp, but I mean, he must know how Akali positioning works. So yeah, I mean, the upside is this will get anybody who tries to do kind of anti-Akali positioning and just move their unit one more hex to the left. So I guess he's like thinking that his opponents will be really good here. I mean, Colossal, yeah, he's not gonna take, that was we're not gonna take a final stance here. Okay, I mean, I guess we're gonna take it right now and then reforge it because I mean, getting an extra Juggernaut doesn't seem very good here. Oh, but you could do that. Okay, it's called Ultra Instinct, by the way, not Final Stance. So he's using this to get an extra Executioner on the board. Now he has 4 Executioner, and yeah, we lose a little bit of value for it, but we get, I mean, 4 Executioner in, which is a huge amount of crit here. So yeah. Also, there, the Akali in the middle here, we can just go back to the start of the fight to see. This is a punish for exactly this positioning. So this is where middle is really good. If someone says, oh, I won't put my unit in the corner because they're going to swap with Akali, well, Akali in the middle, now we'll hit here every single time because every other unit ended up walking up, which is fantastic here. And then the second that your Akali is on their carry, I mean, it is usually curtains. At that point, this unit just destroys everything in her path. What a beast, man. Ah, she's so cool. I love this Akali design. I know, I mean, she's very obnoxious and I get that, but just seeing the Akali just blow up everything is so satisfying. So say that's our board. We're looking at a level 10 here, probably for 5 Executioner, if I had to guess. I don't really think there's another crazy thing we can put on this board. Third from the right means she's either dashing to that Seraphine or the Jinx. She ends up going on the Seraphine, which is still not bad here, but we are taking forever. This is a tanky Seraphine, man, with the Declaw, actually. We kill a lot here, though. Yeah, she just barely isn't able to go infinite and win. I mean, that is a very strong board, scoreboard, scrapper, and everything. So yeah, I think you probably expect to end up losing that. I guess we also have four Supreme Cell that we can level for. Either way, either one would be really nice on this board. I guess ideally you play Callista, by the way, for little buddies, which would be kind of cool. But all right, just trying to get the swap in the Yumi. The Yumi has Zanya's, yuck. But I mean, if we can be in the right spot here and proc the Zanyas, that'd be very good. Really kind of bad swap, honestly, from this player. But oh, this is actually, okay, great swap from them. This is something that I did a lot on the Akali patch that I think we should talk about, is anti-Akali positioning. So what you can do is actually put just one tank right in front of here and then put all your other units on the other side. What this does is now Akali can do one of two things. She can walk up and aggro here, or she can walk up and aggro here. Either way, she will no longer be in range of your Yumi because she has to stay exactly where she is to aggro into your Yumi. So now either way, if she walks to the left here, now she's stuck aggroing. This is best case scenario, which happens very frequently, is she walk to the left here and then she'll aggro back to your front line here, and then, you know, start going to your back line again. So this is really, really nice anti-Akali positioning for everybody who's an Akali hater out there. So great positioning actually from this Yumi player. Top 3 locked in for Riri at least. But yeah, okay, we actually were able to, that's good because I was honestly going to forget to go over that, but that is really, really nice positioning to pulled the Akali away from all your stuff. And yeah, ideally you can ever just bounce back and forth between your front line if you don't have a ton of backliners that it can go into. So gonna level up here, get the Kaisa in here. That's another little buddy, and it is obviously for Supreme Cell, which is, I mean, just a lot of extra stats. I mean, I literally have it up right here. It goes from 30 to 50%, so another 20% damage amp onto your Akali's huge here. We fight this really strong star grading board again. We are killing a lot here, though. Akali doing good work. Boom! We beat that board huge. So top 2 locked in. That is the power of the Akali. Though this Yuumi player, I mean, they have the Zanyas and they're doing the anti-positioning, which there's really not much you can do to, I mean, what I would do is, yeah, try to just aggro into this Leona and then jump onto Malzahar here, because we know they are going to swap. I mean, you can, I've seen, actually, I think the anti positioning is just Akali here, I think, or I think it's Akali here, and then she'll just go straight to the Yuumi. I think in my experience, yeah, I think if you put Akali here, she just goes to Yuumi, because I think she's actually the furthest unit here, unless there's a unit here. Either that or she's going to go in Ezreal, but then she'll end up in a pretty good spot either way. So that is the anti positioning. I believe. I'm a little fuzzy on it because Akali's been out of meta for so long. Also, ooh, close fight, but Zanyas is too good versus Akali. All right, this video is really, really long because we broke down a lot of stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch for Metafy, all my links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always.